Hey everybody, Jim Cowan here again from UArts Libraries. And today we want to take a quick look at reference sources. Your UArts Libraries provides a lot of online reference sources that can help get you going whenever you want to get some background information on a topic, maybe you're writing a paper about, or just something you want to learn more about. As always, these can be accessed through library.uarts.edu. So let's go to our favorite homepage now. And here we are. As I mentioned in a previous video, OneSearch is, in this case, not the best choice to get going to use a reference source. OneSearch can tell you what reference sources we have. It cannot show you entries from within the reference sources. So rather than using OneSearch this time, we're going to go under our online resources section and pick the link for reference sources. And you can see in our best bets section, we have most of the arts covered. We've got the International Encyclopedia of Dance, North America Theatre Online, Oxford Art Online, and Oxford Music Online. And these are great because they can get hyper-specific. Oxford Music Online, for example, contains the New Grove Dictionary of Music and Musicians, the New Grove Dictionary of Jazz, the World Encyclopedia, World Music Encyclopedia. So these can get really specific. On the flip side, Credo Reference is a great place to get going when you're not looking at a specific art or artist. It's great for general background information. So let's take a quick look at Credo Reference. Keep in mind from off campus, it may ask you to log in. I, of course, am on these sites a lot, so sometimes it asks me to log in and sometimes it doesn't. You can see it's going to give you background information to start your research. Again, this isn't an in-depth article. It's going to be pulling from in-depth articles to give you just general information to get you going, which sometimes I find can be very helpful, and it might give you different ways to think about a topic. So they have some popular research topics highlighted. Let's just pick one of those to get a feel for it. So under the humanities, I am going to pick unemployment. That seems current. And you can see, in addition to the entries that appear on the left, there's also a mind map over here. This can be great if you are writing a paper and you want to talk about unemployment, but you're not sure exactly what. It's going to give you some ideas. So here you can see unemployment and how it's linked to recession, how it's linked to welfare, the business cycles, the Great Depression if you want to go old school. So that can be pretty helpful. But let's click on the actual entry for unemployment. And you can see it's going to give you a lot of background information, which again can be helpful to get your starting point going. And then additionally, a lot of these reference sources are going to have further readings, or what you might call bibliography. Here they're calling it further readings. Down at the bottom, if you did want to investigate unemployment a little bit more in depth, they're recommending some places to get started. And that's great because here you can see this person from the University of Hawaii has already done a lot of work for you. They built this, this resource for you out of these further readings. So in addition to doing your own research, you can say, hey, I know this professor from the University of Hawaii has already done some research. Let me see what they used, which is pretty helpful. Again, Credo is great for background information on general topics. We're going to hop back to the library webpage real quick. If you wanted something more specific tied to the arts, I would definitely use one of our more specific resources. So for example, let's hop into the International Encyclopedia of Dance, which is actually an Oxford product, much like Oxford Art Online or Oxford Music Online. One thing that's interesting about the dance resource, which is not true of the other two, is it's a little tricky the way they have it laid out. You can see in the top right here, there is a search bar, but this is going to search all of the Oxford resources, which is actually not what we want to do. We want to scroll down and search within just Oxford Dance Online. So we'll do a quick search, and I hope I spelt that correctly. I did. So here you can see Josephine Baker. Here's the entry from her, about her, I should say, from the International Encyclopedia of Dance. And it's going to be similar to Credo, where once you click on it, it's going to give you the entry itself, all of this great background information, and then a bibliography of resources tied to her. You can also click find this resource and try to find it in your library. So I clicked it, it pops open in a new tab. And we'll click on the UArts libraries. And sure enough, we do have this book. At this point, of course, getting physical materials is a little challenging, but if there's something you want, let us know. And if we don't have it as an ebook, we can investigate getting it as an ebook for you. I am going to close out a few of these tabs, go back to the library reference sources tab. So the same thing would apply for the theater, for the Oxford Art Online, and for the Oxford Music Online. And I mentioned using music as an example. These can get hyper specific. If we scroll down into our next steps, we do have the Oxford English Dictionary, which is great, as not only does it give you definitions of words, but it traces the use of words. So let's do a quick search. Loving Biggins, as we all know, even the smallest man, a noble spirit and bigots, even the smallest man. Funny word from The Simpsons that was repopularized in 1996. So you'll get some background, the definition of the word, as well as when it was used. So that's a pretty cool one, a little bit nerdy, a little off topic. Sorry about that, but you gotta love Oxford English Dictionary Online. And going back to hyper-specific, as you get into more reference sources, you'll see we have the American Film Institute, Bloomsbury Popular Music, focusing on popular music from around the world, and then the Encyclopedia of African American History, broken out into 2 different date ranges, the Enlightenment, Middle Ages. We have lots of reference sources to get you going. If you're not sure which one to use, please contact us. That's kind of what we're here to do, to help get you started at the very least. So that was my quick overview on reference sources. If you have any questions, feel free to visit the library website, library.uarts.edu, and we'll help get you going. Have a great day.